Hey guys, come and join me in the old Frog and Toad for a rather Sherlock Holmes pipe chat. The game's afoot!
Welcome to the pub. Come and have a beer. Come along and sing a song of real good cheer. Forget your cares today. It's time to laugh and play. We're drunk again this afternoon on Saturday. The songs we like the best of all are old songs. Sad songs, bad songs, bold songs. If you like to sing, come and have a fling. Everybody welcome to the pub. I'd like to welcome you to the pub. Away we go.
Hey guys, Mike here from Old Man Things. How y'all doing? I've got a video that I'm going to do for you guys that I've been wanting to do for weeks. And if you saw the beginning, you'll understand why I have my deerstalker's cap on. Relight my pipe. I don't know how much I'll be smoking it. No, I actually I'm smoking my Barling Tavaker, compliments of the great Leicester. And I'm using my Peterson Sherlock Holmes canister. And my Sherlock Holmes lighter. So a few weeks ago, I got the last of the Peterson Sherlock Holmes pipe for the whole collection. So I thought, I have looked and looked and looked, and there's only a couple that, and they're not very good. I'm sorry to say, but they're not very good videos of the whole collection. So I am going to start and do all 7 of the original collection and all 7 of the return of collection. And then I have a little surprise for you, bit of tidbit of information at the end, which I found very surprising and shocking. So watch all the way to the end if you can. This will probably be long. So I'm going to do it in the order that Peterson released them at the time. First 7 of the original collection of Sherlock Holmes, and then the next 7 of the return of Sherlock Holmes. When they first came out, they had really neat, well, before I go any further, I'm going to put in the great thick Peterson book, I took a picture of the advertisement of the first original collection, so I'll put that here. When they first came out, they had a really neat box that came with it. And it was the Sherlock Holmes Classic Collection. Now, I don't know if they were for all of them or not, but anyhow, so I put the first one in the box. So I'm going to open it up. Hopefully it doesn't fall. And this is I'm butchering this. Work with me, everyone. Work with me. So this is known as the original. And this one is dark, the dark stain. But I want you to look at that. Bird's eye. I mean, that's just covered in bird's eye. Is it ever neat? Of course, it's got the silver band. So I want to read about it. This is the first in the series. It was named the original. It has the typical calabash shape, which has long been associated with Sherlock Holmes himself. It is the bent urn Peterson shape XL11. So that is the first one. And I mean, the one thing I love about the Sherlock Holmes, I should say that before I go any further. One thing I love about the Sherlock Holmes collection is the shapes. They're just fantastic and completely different than normal shapes. And I mean, I thought to myself, if I get, a lot of them were given to me, if you remember going back in some of the videos, but I thought if I could get all the collection, you really don't need very many other pipes in all reality. So yeah, this is the original. I love it. I think it's great. And you get they're huge bowls. I mean, look at that. It's almost my whole pinky. The next one is the Baskerville, and I have to say I have a little soft spot for the Baskerville. This is my Baskerville, and this is terracotta stain. And I mean, I just think this is just, it's a little, it looks like it's a compact pipe. But I mean, look at the size of that bowl. And I mean, it's a Rhodesian, full bent. It's a clencher's delight is what they, it's true. And it's the Peterson shape XL12. So you have XL11, XL12. And again, just look at that. It's all bird's eye. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see it very good. It's just beautiful grain. I just love this pipe. This is one of my favorites. I'll tell you my absolute favorite when I'm all done. The third pipe in the original is known as the Baker Street. Oh, and I was going to tell you, so the Baskerville is from the Hound of Baskerville, right? So now we have the Baker Street, which is a full straight bulldog. And this is one of my least favorite stains, but it's the Heritage, and it was a thick, solid, and I rubbed a lot of it off, and I honestly thought by how thick the stain was, it was going to be covered in fill holes, but there's not a single fill hole that I can see. It's beautiful grain now. So if you guys get a Heritage and you don't like the thickness and you want to see some grain, just give it a little bit of elbow grease. But anyhow, so this is a full, so there's a straight bulldog. So nice big bowl. And the Baker Street is where Sherlock Holmes lived. 221B Baker Street. And it's Baker Street after where he lived. The next one is the Deerstalker, and this is known as the Deerstalker cap. And this is a dark stain. And this is, let me read what this is. This is a quarter bent bulldog. And it says so the Baker Street is Peterson shape XL13. And this is the Deerstalker, and it's Peterson shape XL14. And I love that shape. It's just such a different, completely different shape. And I mean, it's supposed to kind of look like the Deerstalker cap, right? It's just, I think it's fantastic. It's, again, one of my favorites of the 14. The next one is the Squire. And the Squire is after the Reigate, the Adventures, I think it was the Adventures of Reigate Squire. One of the 52 stories that was written about Sherlock Holmes, and this is a terracotta stain. I mean, that's just beautiful. So, this is another bulldog, and if you go by the Dunhill charts, they would say that this is a Rhodesian. So, I'm not going down that path, so it's either a bulldog or a Rhodesian. It's up to you, whatever you guys want to call it, but it's nice. I really like it. It's very elegant and it's very sorry, I have a bit of a cough. And it's very comfortable in your hand. I mean, I just love it. It's another one of my favorites. They are all my favorites, to be honest with you. And that is Peterson Shape XL15. Okay, the next one is the Professor. And this is dark. And this is, of course, after Professor Moriarty, the great professor who was Sherlock Holmes' nemesis. And it's known as a large half-bent brandy shape. I got my finger all dirty. They said it's superb in the hand and an excellent smoker, and it's Peterson Shape XL16. And this is, I really, really like this one. Again, another one of my favorites. And the last one of the series, of the original Sherlock Holmes series, is the Watson. And it's the largest bowl in the series, and maybe even the largest bowl in both series. But it's a full bent Rhodesian, and it's XL17. And a lot of people don't like this one, but I enjoy this one. I enjoy this one for a long smoke. So if I had to pick out of all these, which was my favorite of the original 7, I would say this one is my favorite of the original 7. Just because I fill this thing up and I forget about my troubles for a while. So, one last time, we have the original 7, number 1, the original, Baker Street, Baskerville, then the Baker Street, then the Deer Stalker. If you guys, I feel like I'm a bundle of bloody nerves. There's all kinds of stuff happening at work all the way to the end, and I had to work late and everything else. The Squire, the Professor, and the Watson. Now we're on to the return of Sherlock Holmes. The second series was called The Return of Sherlock Holmes and was based on the success of the original, with 7 additional new shapes that indicated, and it also came with its own rack. So there's 2 different racks, and I can't find those for the life of me. I would love to have them. But anyhow, that's not going to happen anytime soon, I can't imagine. But anyways, it says, again, and they're all the XL shape series. So the first one, and if you've noticed by now, when I say the name, I stop it and I put a picture. So, like Watson, all those. So anyhow, so the first one is the Rathbone. And this one, I truly believe, is the great Lester from Redcoats Return's favorite shape. I'm probably wrong. So this is the Rathbone. This is the first of the Return of series. And it's large, elegant, bent, with a large stacked bowl in honor of the actor who played Holmes in the old black and white pictures from the 1930s and 40s. It's shape XL20. And Basil Rathbone used to smoke, I believe it was a 1928 or 1929 bent Dunhill, which this was, in my personal opinion, made after. But this is a very nice Sherlock Holmes pipe. I do enjoy that one. So the next one, the second in the second series, is the Hudson. After Mrs. Hudson, the owner of the house that they lived in, Sherlock Holmes and Dr. Watson, and was the housekeeper, or house. I don't know what you would say. She took care of the house, took care of everything. So this is really neat. It's a bulldog that's almost straight and a little bit of a bent. I really like this one. This one also is, I forgot to say, this is the dark stain. And this is another one of the heritage stain that I rubbed off and got some of the grain. So the Hudson is a large quarter bent bulldog. It's a great classic bulldog shape. And it's the XL21. This is really neat. Between these two, I grab quite a lot. And this is the Baker Street, and this is the Hudson, and I'll show you the difference. Let's see. They're about the same length, but the bowls, the briar is bigger on the Hudson. And this is taller. The next one is the Mycroft. And Mycroft is Sherlock Holmes' brother. And this is a terracotta stain. And this is Peterson XL20. And it's, I've seen it being called a bent Dublin. But where I'm reading right here, they call it an elegant horn shape. So I really like this one. I think it's really neat. The next one, and I have to say, this was one of the hardest ones that I had to find. So this is one that when I started looking for the remaining few that I had to get, but it was the Lestrade, and it was after Inspector Lestrade. And this is terracotta stain. And it's just the most unique shaped pipe I think there's out there. I really like this one. It's Peterson shape XL23, and it's called a full bent apple. And I just think that's just fantastic. I really like that one. I would say that this is my second favorite. The next one is the Milverton. Charles Augustus Milverton, the great blackmailer in Sherlock Holmes. And this one, this is also a terracotta. And I think the grain on this one, this is probably the best grain pipes out of the whole thing that I have. But huge bowl. I think it's fantastic. I love a lot of people might not like the diamond shank or whatever you call it, but I think it's just fantastic. So, and this is the Peterson shape XL20, XL24. And it's known as a large full bent briar with angular stem. The next one is the Strand. This is dark stain. And the Strand was the magazine that published the first Sherlock Holmes stories. It's from London. I'm having a ginger ale. Cheers. So this is I really like it because it's like an oval shank. I mean, again, and it's got a tapered stem. Again, these shapes, I mean, I just think they're just fantastic. So the Strand is known as a quarter bent apple. It's Peterson shape XL25. It says it's a flowing, pleasant shape. So I just think, I've also heard this to be a, I don't know what they call it. Is it an egg? An egg shape? Where I'm reading, it's called a quarter bent apple. And the last one, which is my absolute favorite out of all of them, and that is the Handsome. And this is dark. And I just think that is just fantastic. That shape, and it's known as a bent Rhodesian, Peterson shape XL26. I just think that's fantastic. It's just, to me, sorry, it's just great. All right, so recap. The Return of Sherlock Holmes. You've got the Rathbone. You've got the Hudson. The Mycraft. The Lestrade. The Milverton. The Strand, and the Handsome. After the Handsome cab, and I forgot to say, so it's after the Handsome cab, and that was Sherlock Holmes's favorite mode of transportation, and it's the shape of like a hansom cab. So it's Hansom, Handsome. So to me, I just think that one is just so elegant and just it's just very. To me, it's pleasing. Some people I've read, that's their least favorite. It's one of my favorites. So, let me light my pipe again, and I'm going to tell you something that I found out today. That Peterson, now a lot of you might already know this. I did not know this. But Peterson did a third series of Sherlock Holmes, and it was called The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. And they only had 4 pipes. Why they stopped? I don't know, but I sure would love to have all 4 of them. I'd love to have one of the 4. So I'm gonna put in here the 4 of the third series, which I do not own. Well, guys, I know I said I was a bundle of nerves. I should have waited to do this, but I've been putting this off and putting this off, and I was excited and I was nervous about work. So I'm a bundle of nerves doing this, but I thank you guys if you've watched it this long. This is my full collection of the first 2 series. Found out they have a 3rd series. Now, why they aren't making it anymore, I don't know, but if anyone from Peterson is watching this, I would ask that you would please bring this 3rd series back and maybe add 3 more. Thanks for watching, guys. It was a pleasure to share my collection with you guys, and thank you so much. And at that, I shall say toodle pip.
It's time.
Who's gonna
Hi, gentlemen.
I don't know who's gonna run. Hello, Ducky. Will you? Have you got a car, love?
I know this is the
I
last.
don't know what your name is, but you could you drive mother home? It's a shame, isn't it?
A bit living.
A shame. It's a shame when you can't go
Good night, everybody. Good night. See ya. Thank you very much. See ya. Good night.